YouTube, what up? It's your boy, Young Wavy Forever. So I came by to give y'all a demonstrational video on how I use Premium Wave Scalp Butter. It's by Label. So this is a product we'll be using or putting in my hair today. Once again, just to moisturize, add shine, soften, and just give your normal manageability to your hair. Other things I'll be using today: a comb. Remember, you want to use a comb according to your hair length. Comb that's gonna comb through your hair, move your hair, in case you have waves, you want to make sure you're using the comb that's gonna comb through your hair, not comb out your waves. Once again, using the wrong size comb can either just make your hair look like a fro, or you can use the right size comb that's just gonna comb through your hair while still maintaining your pattern. All it's doing is just raising your hair off your scalp, and giving it some body. Other products: medium bristle brush, Crown Quality products, and then we'll be using the premium brush by Crown Quality products. It's the Premium Caesar. It's a mix between medium and soft bore bristles. One half of the brush tends to be a lot softer than the other side. The other side is more firm. So that's where you get the mix of the soft and medium bristles in there. And obviously we'll be using a hand mirror, so to make sure we get all angles, we cover all angles, and we see what we're doing basically within the crown area. You want to make sure you're real precise with your placement of your brush, your comb, etc. when you're brushing or doing whatever around your crown. Alright, so basically what we're going to start out by doing, usually I'll just do a quick session with the medium, just raise up the hair a little bit, normal, according to your brushing pattern and how you brush is how you want to make sure it doesn't have to be major amount of strokes. The brush to me is pretty firm, almost as if it was a hard brush. Alright, so I just go around it once, a couple of strokes on each side. And basically I'll take the butter. Usually I'll take a moderate amount. At this point I know how much I need for my entire head. So I'm not going to use too much of it, because once again with this application I've oiled in my scalp and hair prior, or yesterday I did it, so it's not much I'm gonna need. It's just a little bit, if you could see it. It's as much as I'm gonna use. I'm gonna rub it up in my hand real good. And you can see what I mean by when it dissolves, because if you have nothing in there. And usually what I'll do, I'll take my hand mirror, because I try to stay consistent. So the way I brush, the way I comb, the way I rub my products in is the same way I try to do everything. So just gonna, you know, rubbing in. Notice I'm covering this whole left side, and as you can see, my top, partial of my top also. I'm coming out from my crown area, rubbing it in. And then for this side, I'll just keep rubbing around and going around. Now once again, I didn't need much, or didn't need a heavier application of the product, because I oiled my scalp in here prior to this. So it's just a light application. And then basically what I would do, take the comb, and then I'll do the same thing, comb session all the way around. You know, doesn't have to be heavy comb session. Nothing too heavy. You know, a couple strokes back and forth, all the way around. Complete that. Then take Premium, and I'll use the medium side of the brush first, and then I'll finish off with the soft side. So we're just gonna go in for a couple strokes, session around. Now you could brush however you brush, or however long you want to brush, you know, but at this point I don't need to really do too much of a brushing session at this point. Just working on consistency, you know, connection, brush placement, making sure you're placing the brush with every stroke in the same spot. You know, you want to make sure you're brushing from your crown area through your hairline. And you don't want to apply too much pressure. Decent amount of pressure is all you need. And then I'll just switch it around to the soft side and do the same thing. And really don't count the strokes, you know, just a couple strokes, you know, satisfaction, you know, making sure my hair looks even all the way around, and that's about it. You know, usually what I'll do, I'll just do-rag after this. You know, once again, you want to do-rag, save your progress. Times out of 10, you don't have to do-rag after you do a brushing session like this. You could just rock it like that, but I'll put the do-rag on to lay it down or compress it a little bit more, and then I'll just take my do-rag off. Usually when I take my do-rag off, once again, I don't brush my hair right away. You know, I allow my hair to raise up off my scalp by itself. I allow my curls to then retract, because that's what they do. Basically, we brush with the products in our hair, either enhances our curls, lay our hair down, and as we undo-rag, take our do-rag off, our hair uncompresses, and basically our curls begin to retract, which will form them and make them tighter, you know, making your wave pattern or your curls or what so have you more defined. You know, by you brushing, you're just more stretching them out, you know. So you want, after you do-rag, after you've saved the progress you've done prior to do-ragging, you want that to show. So just let it raise on itself, let the curls retract, and you'll be good. You know, hour or two later, you can go in for a brushing session, or if you feel you need to go in for a brushing session an hour or two later, then you can do that. But that's my method. That's how I apply the Premium Wave and Scalp Butter. This is just the application basically after having oiled my scalp and hair either the day or two prior. In this case, I oiled my scalp yesterday, so as you can see, the application I had to use today was very light, wasn't heavy, nothing too serious. You don't want to overdo it with product. Once again, you want to know how much of a product you want to put in your hair according to your hair length and according to need, you know. So when you need moisture, you add moisture. If you don't need it, don't add it. If you know you're going to need it soon, you know your hair is probably looking dry, and everybody is different, every hair texture is different. Products adapt, you know, absorb and stay in your hair different times, you know, so with your texture it may be different. So everything's according to your hair texture and routine and how you do stuff. Basically that's it. Got any questions, in-depth questions, hit my inbox, comment this video, and I'm out. It's your boy, Young Wavy. Forever.